I grew up in the town called Sunnyvale, California, which is what you call Silicon Valley now.
I have about 20 years of work experience, about half of which have been in investing both in venture capital funds and corporate venture capital funds.
And now I'm an advisor, an investor, and I sit on boards, and I help companies get started and grow and go global.
But I'm going to do it in a reverse pitch of 1 minute. So you listen to the startups pitching to yourself already. Now you're going to reverse pitch to everyone in the audience. You have 1 minute. You can say whatever about yourself as long as you are comfortable with it. So let's start with Kevin. Your 1 minute starts now.
I've been an entrepreneur for over 40 years. And back about 40 years ago, I was watching cable television, so I cut a deal to buy that 6-hour block of time. This is back in the early 80s. I started putting products on. I built the Siemens TV industry in the United States to many billions of dollars, and I took companies public along the way. So I'm an entrepreneur, and then I got the phone call from Mark Burnett to be on Shark Tank, and I shot the original pilot and many, many segments. So happy to be here. And I'm not just an Siemens TV guy. I had sold those assets about 9 years ago. And now I'm an advisor, an investor, and I sit on boards, and I help companies get started and grow and go global. Thank you.
Thank you. Fantastic pitch. Should we follow up with Lynn?
Okay. Let's see. Hard act to follow. All right, so hi, my name is Lynn Tai. I have about 20 years of work experience, about half of which have been in investing both in venture capital funds and corporate venture capital funds. And then the other half has been in entrepreneurship, starting my own company in fashion technology as well as now education technology. And so what I'm working on now is I'm CEO of a consulting company focused on training content for young professionals. And so what we're doing is skills bridge training, bridging the gap between university and a manager level at work. And I'm using all of my prior experiences to create short modules that are micro learning focused and that really are focused on core deliverable, actionable steps so that people can really, get out there and advance their careers and their lives.
Thank you, Lynn. Louis, your 1 minute starts now.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm Louis Nguyễn. I'm born in Vietnam but came to the U.S. in '75. I grew up in the town called Sunnyvale, California, which is what you call Silicon Valley now. So grew up in Silicon Valley. I worked in public accounting in all the tech companies, and eventually I got in venture capital back in the late 90s. In 2003, I came back to Vietnam with the invitation of IDG Ventures to set up the IDG Venture Fund. And I came back again in 2005 permanently in Vietnam to work for Vina Capital. And we raised at the time close to $2.5 billion because there was euphoria about Vietnam in the capital markets, real estate, and so on. Moving forward, in 2007, I left Vina Capital to start my own firm. We have an AUM about roughly $250–300 million, and we invest in various companies and sectors in Vietnam, both real estate and companies. But our latest platform invests in companies that benefit the environment, social, and that have great governance. So that is our platform. The latest is more on the sustainable side. So great to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Louis. Isn't it fun to hear pitches from the shark instead of from start?
Cùng Nguyễn Phi Vân trong talk show Nguy Cơ phát sóng thứ 5 hàng tuần trên vnexpress.net.